currently we gather data. These satellites go around the Earth, and we get sort of pictures every 10th hour or something. These satellites gather data, and then an analyst in Seacore will look at this data and detect icebergs. And the challenge is, of course, that it's not necessarily an iceberg all the time. It can be a boat. So it's really about identifying the object. And then we want to apply machine learning. So that was the challenge. Can we apply machine learning so that machine learning can enhance the accuracy and improve the finding by complementing the analyst and detect more icebergs? So if we can do that, if we can improve that, then we are more certain about these things that comes along. And so I have to say something about machine learning. And you have to forgive me, because this is what I do. So I like to talk about this, even though I won't. But this process is really get data. And we provided the data. We provided the data in this context by gathering 5,000 pictures of boats and ships. Then it's about clean and prepare and manipulate data. And we did a lot of that. All of the pictures are very similar. So we did a lot. But the people that participated in this challenge needed to do very much about this, on this. And then you train a model. You train a model by having some data and you know the answer. So you have a training set. So we provided the training set. 1,500 pictures where you know that this picture is an iceberg. And then 1,500 pictures where you don't know. Or 5,000, I can't remember. That is the test data. So you first train. That is machine learning. You have an algorithm. The algorithm doesn't really identify the things. It can train on data. That is machine learning. So we won't spend any more time on that. But the important thing is that we send out 2 data sets. One where you know the answer, and they use this to train their algorithms. And then we have another set of data where only we knew the answer. So they shift their predictions back to us, and we assess the answer. So that is how it goes. And we did this by utilizing the place on the internet where we put this challenge is a place called Kaggle. Kaggle makes it easy for us to put forth this challenge. It's a Google-owned company. So it's always going on some data science, machine learning type of challenge there. When I was looking at this morning, there's currently 11 challenges going on. So people contribute. People with this kind of interest, they visit this page, and they find these challenges. Typically, statisticians, computer scientists, mathematicians, or engineers, or even just for fun. So this fit us perfectly. So what we did was to post a challenge on this page. Equinor was previously named Statoil. So this was the Statoil and Seacore Iceberg Classifier Challenge. And we provided some money. We provided $50,000. A split so that the first prize was $25,000, and the second one was $15,000, and the third place was $10,000. So we posted this. And this acted very well as a mean to connect to new groups of people. The people attending here is not necessarily doing it for the money. Most of them are just doing it for fun or to learn. So if you're interested in maths, computer science, data analytics, this is a wonderful place to be. There's a community here. The discussions were very active. The main contenders contributed with code, so you can see how the best practice is to analyze things. It was really an activity that was gathering a lot of people. As you can see here, during that 3 months when we had a challenge up on the web, there were 3,343 teams contributing. They contributed with up to nearly 50,000 contributions. Huge engagement. What made this so attractive? Probably several reasons, but one of them being it's fairly easy to communicate the challenge. You can understand what you want to achieve. The data was okay. There was money here if you won. So it attracted a lot of people. And it was very, very engaging to be part of our team, engaging with all of these new groups that we didn't connect to every day. So it was really a nice experience. The winners were David and Waymin. David and Waymin were one chemical engineer working at Intel in Phoenix, Arizona, in the US. And Waymin working as a data scientist in Singapore. They met up only for this context, so they never met in real life. One in Singapore, one in Phoenix. David was is an expert in preparing the data. Waymin was very good at this deep neural network, that's a machine learning technique. And together they were dynamite. So they won. Beluga, I can't remember his name, but he's from Bulgaria, and also a data scientist. Evgeny is from Russia. What Kaggle said, Kaggle facilitated the dialogue with this, so we didn't really need to sort of come up with how to make the clock ticking. And Kaggle said that the Evgeny guy who worked with the Meteorology Institute in Moscow, he was a regular contender. So he used this as his hobby. And he won $10,000 for this contest. And he's been in a lot of these contests. So this is an expertise you can do. This competition was, at the time at least, the most attended competition, image recognition competition in Kaggle's history. And we have contributors from all over the world. The majority, or the biggest contributor is US. But then you have the big countries where all the people live, China and India. And Norway is respectable in this sense, in this coming up on 8th or 9th place or something. But 71 countries, engaging people from all over the world. So this was fun. And also from the Kaggle competition, we have had dialogue with these people afterwards. They were very positive to contribute afterwards. Secor are now implementing the number 2 winners algorithm because it was easier to understand. Because this is not necessarily very easy to understand what they do. So it's a huge success, and the winning algorithms increased the prediction. So before this, Secor says that they can predict like 87% of icebergs. After, they increased this to 96%. So that means there was a significant improvement in the accuracy of finding icebergs and boats, so they're separating them. Huge success. In addition, we used this as a vehicle in a hackathon in Trondheim, where 6 or 7 teams participated. This is the winning team of students in NTNU. Using the same, actually the winner of the hackathon was the one who had the highest score on the Kaggle competition of these teams. And it was really popular. And we hired one of the winning teams. So that is very a lucky outcome of this. Joachim works now in Trondheim office. So that was very fun. I won't go through this because I see I'm on minus. But let me just end off with this was a learning thing. We learned we can apply the same techniques at a lot, not only on icebergs, but other things. We gather satellite data all the time. So it's been very fun. And we get a lot of positive media attention. So that was also, of course, very, very fun. Thank you.